Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel Education Box. So in this module we are going to study integers introduction. So let's discuss what is integer. An integer is a whole number, not a fraction that can be positive, negative or zero. So now first learn the terms. What are whole numbers? Whole numbers are those numbers which contains 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 to infinity. Basically all these numbers, all the positive numbers starts from 0 and these are known as whole numbers. And as it is written, 0 is neither positive nor negative. So we can conclude that it is the base of and it divides the negative integers or negative numbers or positive integers or positive numbers. So here negative means these negative numbers which goes from -1, -2, -3, -4 till infinity and 0 also. This is also. Now let's discuss what is a fraction. A fraction is a number which can be written in upon form and cannot be written like these forms. So they are not fractions. In the fraction, the numbers like 3/4 and other numbers. Now, when we solve these numbers, our answer comes in decimal. So, we can conclude that decimal numbers are also not fraction, also not integers. So, now let's study the properties of integers. So, now let's discuss about the properties of integer. First property is closure property. Now let us understand what is closure property. Closure property means if we add, subtract, multiply or divide any number with another integer, then the answer will also be an integer. Like in addition, if we add one integer a with second integer b, then our answer is equal to c and it is also an integer. Like take an example. Let's take an example. We take the example of 4 plus 3 is equal to 7. This is the, so 4 is also an integer. 3 is also an integer and 7 is equal also an integer. Now so we can say that closure property is closed under addition. Now let's check this property under subtraction. In subtraction, if we subtract any integer with the other, then our answer will also be an integer. Like if we take a number this only 4 minus 3, then our answer is 1 and 1 is also an integer. We can take another example like 3 minus 4, then our answer will be -1 and the answer will be same, will also be an integer. So now let's check this in multiplication. In multiply, if we multiply two integers, then our answer will also be an integer. Now let's check this with an example. If we multiply 4 multiplied by 3, then answer will be 12. But in division, if we divide any number with the other, then sometimes there will be an integer or sometimes not. Like if we take a number 6 divided by 2, a upon b can be oh, if we divide an. So as this is an integer, a is also an integer and b is also an integer. But our answer can be an integer or a rational number. As we have discussed earlier that rational numbers are those numbers which can be written in the form of 3 upon which are can be written in the form of p upon q, where q is not equal to 0. We can write the numbers in upon form or we can also write 6 divided by 2. Now when we divide both these numbers, our answer can be an integer or it can be in a rational number. Like if we divide these numbers, our answer is equal to 3. But what happens if we divide this number with 4? If we divide this number with 4, 4, our answer will be 3 upon 2 and it is not an integer. So we can conclude that in closure property of division, the number can be closed or not. So now let's move on to the another property, which is commutative property. Now let us understand the commutative property under addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So in this we have the formula like if we add any integer with the other, then it will be equal to the addition of the other integers when we interchange both the numbers. Like if A is a number 3 and B is a number 4, then if we write the value of B as 4 and write the value of A as 3, so now when we add both these numbers, our answer will be same. So we can say that in addition, commutative property works. Now let's check this in subtraction. In this we can write that A minus B is equal to B minus A. Now let's see, if we minus 4 minus 3, then it will be equal to B's value is here 3, then 3 minus A's value is 4, then 4. But now so when we minus 4 minus 3, then our answer will be 1. But if we minus 3 from 4, then our answer will be minus 1. We will discuss this in earlier classes. Now we write it not equal to. Now let's test this property in multiplication. If we multiply A into B, then our answer will also be equal to B minus A. Let's check this property. Suppose take these numbers only. 4 multiplied by 3. It will be equal to 3 into 4. Let's check. 4 3 12 is equal. It will be equal to 4 3 is 12 and 4 3 is 12. So our answer is same. So we can say that in multiplication commutative property holds. Now let's check this in division. Now let's divide the in this property we can write that A divided by is equal to B divided by A. Now let's check this. If we divide, let's suppose take a number as 6 divided by 2. Then our answer will also be equal to 6, 2 divided by 6. No, it is not so, as we divide 6 by 2. Then our answer will be 3. But when we divide these numbers, our answer will be 1 by 3 and it will be not equal to. So we can say that in division, this property, commutative property do not hold. So by this property we can conclude that commutative property does not hold in subtraction as well as in division. So now let's move on to other property, associative property. So now let's check the associative property. In the associative property, it is said that if we add A plus B plus C and we keep these two numbers in bracket, then and we interchange the number as A plus B in bracket plus C, then our answer will be same. Now let's check this. If we add 4 plus bracket 5 plus 3, then put the value of A as 4, B's value as 5 and C's values as 3. Now let's check the answer. 5 plus 3, 8, and it will be equal to 9 plus 3. 4 plus 8, 12, and it will also equal to 9 plus 3, 12. So we can say that associative property holds in addition. Now let's check this in subtraction. Now let's check this in subtraction. We will write again the formula. Now let's take the number as 5 minus 4 minus 3 and put the value of A as 5 minus B's value as 4 minus C's value as 3. Now let's check. 5 minus 4, 1 and 1 minus 3. And here 5 minus 4 minus 3 is equal to holding 1. This. So now let's check. If we subtract 1 from minus 3, our answer will be minus 2. And in this, our answer is 4. And so, our answers in both left hand side and right hand side are not equal. So, we can say that it do not hold in subtraction. Now, let's check in multiplication. Now, let's check this in multiplication. Take a number as A as 5, B as 4, and C as 3. Then A's value is 5, B's value is 4, and C's value is 3. Now check. 5 4s are 20. 20 into 3 is equal to 5 into 12. Let's check. 23 is 60. And 12 5s are 60. So our answer is same. Now we can conclude that associative property holds in multiplication. Now let's check this in division. So now let's check associative property in division. So take value of A as 6 divided by B as 2 and C as, we can take it as 3. Then put the value of A as 6 divided by B's value is 2 and C's value is 3. Now 6 divided by 2 is equal to 3, and if we divide 3 by 3, and here our answer 6 divided by, if we divide 2 by 3, our answer will 2 upon 3. So here only we can conclude that it is not rational number, but we can also solve this further. Our answer here come will 1, and here our answer will come 6 into 3 upon 2, which is equal to 9. It is equal to 9. So we can say that it is not equals. Left hand side is not equal to right hand side. So in division, associative property does not hold. So from this all, we can conclude that. So from this all, we can conclude it that in closure property, addition works. In subtraction, closure property also works. In multiplication, closure property also works. But in division it do not works. So now let's check commutative property. Commutative acts under addition, not in subtraction. In multiplication, but not in division. And associative property also works under addition and multiplication, but they do not work under subtraction nor division. So this is the whole chart. We can say that closure property does not work under division. Commutative and associative does not work under subtraction and division. So now we have come to the end of this class. So please like, share and subscribe this video. And in the next video, we are going to study about distributive property, multiplicative and additive inverse, and multiplicative and additive identity. So thanks for watching and goodbye.